What up? Welcome to No Bad Vibes TV, and it's me, Christy Enlightened. And you know what? Right now, we're gonna finish this life cycle series. Finally, we last left off in the video that said from kinder to college, from kindergarten to college. You know, those years. I discussed those the last video I did. So today's final nail in the coffin, which ironic because I'm calling this one from college to casket. So it's like we're gonna be talking about, because basically last time I left off I was talking about, like, you know, kindergarten years, then your junior high years, then your then your high school years, and basically last thing you remember me saying is how we finally start to grow up and we start to make like adult decisions to go to school on our own, to finally start applying for colleges, and you're focused more at that age of like making something of yourself or not making something of yourself. Shoot, some people just don't care, you know, they just drop out. Depends on like the neighborhood you live in and the people that you hang around and stuff like that. But for the most motivated young adults that are like 17, 18, they're finally getting ready for college now. So it's like, okay, now you're getting ready for college. I honestly believe when you turn like 18, you're barely a rookie in this whole lifestyle, this whole adult life. There's things that you're gonna see between 18 and 30 years of age that it surprises you. You learn a lot from these people that are like 30 years old plus, how they actually live their lives, how like the single people date, and how like you're thinking like, wow, it's a different ball game. It's a whole different world than you're used to. Adults think a lot differently than kids do, you know? Like, I don't know, like, you're finally in college, and in high school you're mostly like focused on, like, let's say going to sleep during class. In college you're more like focused on staying up, because it's like, okay, you pay for these classes, so you're trying to get your learn on. Somebody's trying to talk to you, you're like, hey. In high school you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're talking in class. But college you're more like, okay, after class I pay for this shit. Like, a lot of college professors, it's like you're more on your own. They don't force you to do shit. It's like you get the work and then you take it and do it, or don't. You know, nobody's gonna chew you out for not doing your work. Everything is all on you as an adult, you know what I'm saying? And it gives you more of a responsibility. You know, you have cars, you have most likely a place now, or you might have a roommate. You might live at home with their parents still, you know. But a lot of young people, they actually are so smart that they go straight from, like, let's say home to university, a 4-year university. And you're really on your own then, because you have all these new people, all this new mix of people, and they're all adults, and it's like you guys are all sharing that same college experience as adults, you know. Let me see. By the time mostly people graduate from college, like when they're 22, 23, you learn a lot. Like when you're 21, you can finally drink liquor. Before that, you probably told people you probably gave them money and said, can you go in the store and get this bottle for me, or something like that. When you're 21, you can finally drink now. Now you're really living the whole college life. You know, you're drinking, you're smoking cigarettes or whatever the fuck, you know? And it's like, you're trying to take advantage of being an adult. You can actually go, when you're 21, you can go somewhere and drink, and it's all good. It's like, it's legal. So it's not illegal. It's crazy. But then, you know, if you drink too much, say you're at these like college parties, you drink too much, and then you end up throwing up and you're getting hungover, and you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. There's a lot of shit you learn. Let me see, 23. By the time you hit like maybe 25, you know a little something about life. You know, you probably held down your first job for a while or something like that. Me personally, I had my first job when I was like, what, 17, and yeah, I remember that job. It was nuts. I was 16, and we were putting putting this new Victoria's Secret together in the mall, because they changed locations, and luckily I was a part of that experience when the store was new, and we were hauling and you know, like doing back stock of all the heavy shit. That's what we were doing. We were putting all the boxes from the trucks to the store. That was my first job, and I was 16, I remember. And so yeah, by the time you hit what, like 30, when you hit like 30, yeah, you hit like maybe 28, 29, something like that, you get more of understanding what it's like to be an adult. And I don't know, you get more of an understanding of what it's like to be an adult, of how adults think. A lot of adults, like over 30, and they're single and they date, they don't really trip if you talk to other guys, or this guy talks to other girls. It's not like that. But then when you're in your younger years, you're used to being used to being attached to one person, and it's not right if you're going off talking to these other people. But then you hit your 30s, and then you date people that are in their 40s and stuff like that. It's they don't really trick. Their mind starts to think a lot differently than it did at the age of 18 to 29. You know, dating especially is different. A lot of people treat you different. When you hit 30, they're more when you're 18 to 29, they might kind of talk to you okay, you're young. By the time you hit 30 and up, people start calling you sir, and excuse me sir, and stuff like that. They take you more serious. Well, a lot more older adults take you serious. By the time you hit 50, you learned a little something about life. You know, you got your career, you might be almost retired, who knows. And you know, you're just learning a lot about life. You start teaching people about life now. 60 and on, you probably have grandkids by then, and you're teaching them things, and you know, everything is all good at that age. But at the same time, when you turn more back to a kid the older you get. I say this, we're all kids all the time, even in your 40s and 50s. Some people in their 40s, they say they're so old, but it's chill, you're a baby. The thing is, I put something on Facebook a long time ago, and it said we never really stop learning. As old as you are, we never really stop learning. We're always kids, we're always learning, we're always trying to be better people in life, no matter how old you are. Even when you're 80, you're still learning things in life. So you can't ever be too old to learn. Pretty much, let me see, 60, 70, you got grandkids, you turn more into an adult. When you're 80 and on, you probably start crapping yourself and stuff like that, man. It's crazy. And people have to take care of you like you were a child, you know? And that's how it is when you're in your 80s, 90s and stuff like that. So that's why I say from college to casket, because that's casket time, when you gotta be taken care of like an adult. Like a child, and you're wearing a diaper again, just like a child does as a baby. It's crazy. It's ironic, right? The irony. Basically, that was the finished thing of the from college to casket, the life cycles that we go through. You know. I hope you enjoyed that. Today, I'm gonna get to the part of my videos that are called fun facts. Now, basically, the fun fact today is to tell you guys that love is our first emotion. It's our first thought. It's deep in us, way deep in our heart. So that's all we know. Love is what we're made from. It's what we're made of. So love is always what we come back to. Even when people are mad and they're angry, it's because they're passionate. So love is always the first thing that matters. So with that being said, that's today's video. I love y'all, appreciate y'all. Stay weird, stay different, be humble and confident. That was today's finished product of life cycles. of little life cycles that we go through. So let me see if there's anything else I need to touch on. In this August I will be attending the INS, and for those that don't know, that's International and Near Death Studies, and it's called INS, and it's like for the near death people. I mean, for like indie ears, this is huge. This is like the hugest company, and basically I'm going to speak on the panel in August about near death, being an indie ear, a near death experiencer. So I'm pretty excited about that. They emailed me the other week and was like, yeah, why don't you come and speak on the panel? So I'm gonna go speak. But yeah, I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Just whatever life cycle you're in right now, just be grateful for it. Be happy, be humble, and know that God, our source, always loves you and he's taking care of you. And yeah, so I love y'all, appreciate y'all. This is No Bad Vibes. It's all love, man. No bad vibes. And we out.